Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Scholar Classes. Today we'll discuss the part 2 of the history lesson, The Rise of Nationalism in Europe. As we read earlier that what we see today as Germany, Italy and Switzerland were divided into kingdoms, cantons and duchies. Eastern and Central Europe were under autocratic monarchies. This was the area where different people spoke different languages and had different identities. They did not share a common culture. The Habsburg Empire that ruled over Austria, Hungary is one such example. Many diverse groups lived together. The monarch or the king's family was the most important class who ruled over the continent. They were considered as royal. They owned lands, farmhouses, and they spoke French in most of the meetings. The family was usually small in size. The majority of the population was made up of the peasants or farmers. With the growth of industrial production in Western and other parts of Europe, new commercial classes came into being. After industrial revolution spread to other parts of Europe, new middle classes also emerged. It included workers, industrialists, businessmen, professionals, and it was this middle class who were educated and spread the ideas of nationalism as they wanted to end monarchy from their territories. As the middle classes wanted to end monarchy from their territories, hence this paved the way for another concept that is liberalism. So now let's talk something about liberal nationalism. So the term liberalism means freedom. It has been derived from the Latin word liber, which means to free. Liberalism had different meanings for different people in Europe. For new middle classes, liberalism meant freedom for the individual and equality before law. That means all the citizens would be treated as equal in the eyes of law. For others, it meant a government with a constitution which abolished private property, etc. But the concept of equality before law did not give voting rights to all the citizens. In France, voting rights were only given to those citizens who owned property. Women and men without property were termed as passive citizens and were not allowed to cast their votes. It was only in the early 20th century that women and non-propertied men demanded equal political rights with the help of some of the organizations and groups. Now, let's talk something about economic liberalism. It meant the freedom to hold markets and the freedom to move goods and capital. Capital here means money. When the uniform measurement system was not introduced, there was a great problem for the traders and merchants. For example, a trader traveling within different cities of Germany had to pay taxes in each cities, paying at least 5% tax in each city. At that time, each city within a country had its own currency with different values. Such conditions were viewed as a problem for the economic growth. Commercial classes wanted the creation of unified economic territory in which no restrictions on movement of goods, people and money will be there. Hence, to solve this problem for the traders and merchants, a custom union called Zollverein was formed with the help of Prussia in 1834. This custom union ended the tariff barriers. Tariff barriers means the import and export of products, and it also reduced the number of currencies from 30 to 2. After the defeat of Napoleon in the Battle of Waterloo in 1815, the new conservative government came in France. The conservatives are those groups who wanted to preserve old traditional institutions like the monarchy, the church, the social divisions of society, property, and family. But Most conservative groups still liked the rules implemented by Napoleon as they thought that it would help the society to get modernized. They even thought that it would make the new monarch much more powerful and efficient. When Napoleon was collectively defeated by Britain, Russia, Prussia, and Austria in the Battle of Waterloo in 1815, the delegates of these countries signed a treaty which later came to be known as Treaty of Vienna, which was hosted by the Austrian Chancellor Duke Metternich. Now there are some features of Treaty of Vienna. These are as follows. The Bourbon dynasty was restored to power. France lost all the territories it had captured under Napoleon. A balance of power was maintained so that no country shall attack another country in future. Prussia was given new territories. Austria was also given the control of northern part of Italy. Russia was given a part of Poland. And lastly, the main objective of the Treaty of Vienna was to create conservative regime in Europe. When all the basic rights of the citizens were taken away by the new conservative government, many revolutionary groups was formed. The liberal nationalists could not walk freely. To fight for freedom and equality, revolutionaries were trained and ideas were spread. One such revolutionary was Giuseppe Mazzini. He was an Italian revolutionary. He formed two important revolutionary groups, that is, Young Italy and Young Europe. Like-minded young men having same thoughts and principles from Poland, France, Italy and German states became the member of this particular revolutionary groups. Giuseppe Mazzini felt that Italy should be for Italians, no king from other countries should rule us. He wanted to make Italy as a single nation state. With that said, we come to the end of the discussion on part 2 of this lesson. If you like my video, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.